Hello everyone, how is it going? Here it is, my latest addition. So this is gonna be my fifth 3090s, my third Asus Strix 3090. I have this two in here. Now if you can see with the LEDs or one, it's not working right now. It's actually working, it's like a bug. I don't know what's going on. Like sometimes I have to restart the computer and it's gonna get on. Doesn't really bother me too much. Well, to be honest, if I could just turn off the LED for all of them. I can probably do that, unplug them. So yeah, I managed to get my hands on another one, the fifth one. I had to pay a lot of money for it. That's the only way you can get them right now. Now the reason I only got the either Asus Strix or the MSI 300X, or maybe if I'm gonna get a future one, if I get the EVGA, the FT is just in case mining is not being profitable. This one is gonna be the easiest to sell, being like the top of the line. Okay, so I'm just about to put a bracket in here. It's a bracket that I made basically from one of these. Okay, just drill a hole in there, and I'm gonna put this one like that, so I can hang the CPU, the GPU, like you see these ones in there. So now with the fifth one, I'm expecting, hopefully, if things doesn't change, at least not for now, still using nice hash. I should get probably around 60 Canadian per day. Maybe sometimes goes like higher. Like so far, I have seen like 60, 70, 80, even like 90 or 100 one day. They didn't stay too long, but just hoping for like the lowest 60, highest, whatever the highest will be. The higher the better. And I'm also looking into Hive OS right now. I just didn't really have too much time. I don't know how big of a difference it is. I'm probably gonna install that on a USB and try that as well. Everyone says that it is much better than the nice hash. Nice hash is like the most convenient. I don't know how big of a difference will be again, but I'm gonna try that for sure. Last time I installed one of these, I forgot to peel off many of these plastics, and it's better to take them off, all off. Okay. I'll probably do the same thing. I'm gonna put some heat sinks in here. I'm not gonna use the one that I used so far, the black ones, the 4x1. I ordered like a much bigger one from Amazon. I'm gonna cut pieces from it, but is it much thicker? It's something like that. And I already have fans blowing. Each GPU has a fan blowing on the back, and I'm gonna put the bigger one. I'm gonna put one in here, one in here. Basically, the VRAM is located in here. There's like chips that are like 3 or 4 like here, and then one each, and a couple more here. So I'm gonna put the big heat sink one in here, and probably still use the older one, the smaller one for in there. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, pretty massive this GPU. I think actually the MSI it is slightly longer than this. Not a big difference, but just a slightly longer. Now there is a serial number in here. What I did with one of the old one, I put a heatsink in here right on top of this, and when I removed the heatsink, I peeled this up. So this on the back plate, but hopefully I'll never have to deal with the warranty of this, but just in case. Now there is a power mode in here. It's well, for mining, I think you don't need to. That's just for overclocking, I think. For mining, I don't think you need to put on the plus mode. I'm not sure. I haven't noticed any difference yet. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop this for a bit, have the razor and everything plugged, and then we'll see how better. Well, actually, I'm just gonna just show how much the hash rate it is right now going. Okay, so with 4 right now, 48 Canadian per day, almost 50. That's pretty low. Usually goes better. They are running at 122 point something each. Power 295 the MSI ones, and 311 the Asus. Okay, same overclocking settings. One of them, the one that I changed the thermal pads and the thermal paste, the GPU runs slightly higher, just the GPU temp, but the memory junctions runs very well, but the GPU runs at, so see, like this is a Asus, runs at 55 Celsius, and the MSI that I did the pads runs at 57, so 2 degrees more. But the memory junction runs much better now. I'm just assuming that since I changed the thermal pass to all the other stuff in there, the GPU cooler overall have to deal with more heat. So right now the memory junction sits at 94, 96, but it's very hot in here. It's like 30 degrees. So the memory junction, or the one with the new pads, it's 95.2. And let's check the rest. The rest is one of the Asus 92.4. These Asus are the best. Another one 90, and another one 100. So this is another MSI, runs at 100 Celsius, the memory junction right now. This one is gonna be the next one to change the pads and the thermal paste. Still right now, since it's not over 100, I'm gonna leave it for a bit longer. It's like 98 or 100. It's 99.1. And again, this is because it's so hot inside right now. But I'm gonna keep I'll work in lowering the room temperature. I live at a condominium, and is the central heating, and I don't really have control over it until they change from summer to winter. I really have no means to lower the in-room temperature unless I open the windows and the door, which I usually pretty much I'm doing during the day. Okay, so I'm just gonna plug this in right now, and then we'll see how it goes. I also got a clamp ready in here to put on the GPU. This is probably gonna go like that in here, somewhere in here like that. and just tie this up, and there's gonna be more pressure in here. And for one of the Asus I did this, and the temperature stays like 10 degrees lower. So let's see if this one had the same issue, or if this one works fine without any clamps. So we'll see once I have it plugged. Another issue with this Asus one is you can see the back plate, it has these ridges. So in order to put heat sinks on here, I kind of had to double this. I first like cut some slim thermal tape and put it on each of these ridges, and then after that I put another one on top, and then after that heat sinks. It's not the ideal, but it's better than just put a heat sink on top just like that. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it next with the bigger heat sinks. I'm thinking maybe to use like a better thermal pad or something. I'm using thermal tape right now. I don't know what's the conductivity of that. It is very thin though, so that should help. I don't know if it's better to use a thermal pad. The only issue with that is that the thermal tape it's self-adhesive. If I use a thermal pad, I have to find somewhere like a way to clamp on, to put pressure on the heatsink, so that's going to be more complicated. But that's something that I also maybe I'm able to improve in the future. We'll see. Okay, now there is something else that I wanted to show you guys. This is I just purchased this. So this is basically an adapter. And this is very long. This is like 60 or 80 centimeter long. So this is basically, you plug this into the M2 memory slot, which all the new motherboard right now has like two. Mine is a Rockstreak Gaming 490E, and it has two. I'm using one for the OS. I'm not using a SSD or nothing. I'm just using an M2, 1 terabyte M2. That's the fastest that you can do. And the other one I'm gonna be plugging this in, and then I can add an extra GPU to the system. Right now I have 4. With this one's gonna be 5. I can connect up to 6, and then using this I can connect up to 7. I don't know if I'll really use this so far. I still have one left to plug if I get another GPU in the future. One thing that I don't like though, they power using this. So they power using a SATA cable, which we all know it's bad. Regardless, I'll probably gonna double up on this. Again, I'm gonna put 2 of these of 2 different wires. But the other side, the connection, it has just like four tiny fins. So this is like no way no way good to draw 75 watts years, which is, I understand that's the maximum that they can draw using the this. So I'm not sure if I can get a fix of this or not. I'm not gonna use it for now. I got it more just like let's see how good it works, and if I'm gonna ever add a 7th card to my system. I may never do that. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna get a 6th one. I may stop in here with 5. We'll see, but yeah. Okay. As for the razors, this is the one I'm using right now. Okay, this is I think it's a 009S code with you can connect the old SATA, whatever that is, and the 6-pin, 2 6-pin in here, 1 in there. I try to plug 2 6-pins with 2 different wires, like using 2 of these, and I plugged 1 in here, 1 in there, and it did not work. It's not a good idea. So it's just using one of these, and I'm using a direct cable from the power supply, just a 6-pin, and that's the most secure connection. Okay, and this one has some like gold plate. Well, I'm not sure if this is like a real gold, but yeah, I got some of these. Like so far they all work fine. I'm only using 2. This is gonna be the 3rd one. no issues whatsoever. They all like work very good. And then these are the cables I got. It's just like a 6-pin extension. I'm gonna use this one from the CPU, from the GPU, from the power supply cable to just, is not enough. The EVGA has already a 6-pin extension from each cable, but that's kind of short. I'm going to use one of these to power the Razer. Okay, so here it is plugged in. See, the other LED is now working after I restart the computer. Oh, so I guess there is a missing one in there now. Yeah, and if you wonder the amount of space I have in between each, it is like almost 4 inches. Almost 4 inches. I can still push this one a bit towards the left and this one, but I kind of left that space because I'm going to put a bigger cooler. I do plan to maybe like take this off, change a bit the frame, and so I'll be able to push them even more towards that side. I want them to have like enough air. This is why I chose this design. I didn't want to put them like that because I have like limited space in here, and this way I can put 6 and have like a good space in between. Okay, so this is now on. Let's see if everything okay. Oh, I don't see the 5th one. Oh yeah, oh no, I don't see it right here right now. I don't see the 5th one in here, so right now the system doesn't. So if the MS Afterburner doesn't show the GPU, this is not gonna show it either. So I'm gonna have to see what's going on. Oh, here it does show in here 5 GPUs. Okay. Well, for some reason the MSI Afterburner doesn't show the 5th one. Okay. Let's just do a quick start in here. Okay, so these 3 are the Asus ones. Okay. This one is still benchmarking being the latest one. Okay. Oh, okay, so now the Afterburner does see the 5th one as well. I just have to start and restart the Afterburner, and now the 5th one is in here. Okay. Okay, still benchmarking. I'm just gonna do apply the overclocking settings. So I'm basically applying the same overclocking, 80 power, core clock minus 200, and memory clock plus 1250, 1200. Okay. Okay, so let's see what's the temperature of this one. So right now on stock settings, let's see the memory junctions. Right now, so far it runs at 55 degrees. They are now all mining in here. I'm not sure which one is, if it's the 4th one or the, I'm not sure which one is this one now. the fifth one. Memory junction so far, great memory junction temperature 92 degrees, GPU temperature 55, 56. Okay, and the fourth one, GPU temperature 52, 90. Okay, so far it's staying at 92 memory junction and 56 GPU temperature. Okay, the profitability now went to 61.50 from like 49. So like, yeah, usually that's what it is, like around 12 Canadian more or less on nice hash. That's what I usually get. So like around 12, 13 Canadian, and this will be like the lowest one. Yes, it does gets higher. Normally it gets like 70, 80. Now with 5 it's gonna get even more, but like the lowest I've seen, it would be like for 4 it was like 50, around 50, the lowest. Now it's probably like around 62, 63, the lowest is gonna be Canadian dollars. So US is gonna be like 10 less than that. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna see how everything goes from now. I still have a lot of work to do with the new heatsings and install the high voice in the future, see how that goes. Okay, until the next one, peace.